Alrighty guys, we are back for some Golgari Enchantments. Now, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat, and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well. Being said, this is probably more of a mid-range build, but you know, shh, don't tell anyone. We're just going to pretend that this is aggro, because I really want to play this deck. And there's definitely a lot of aggressive plays to be had with the deck too. So guys, we're going to go over the deck, then hop into some normal play mode. We've been having a lot more fun in normal play mode, just seeing a large variety of different decks. So that's where we're going to end up, that's where we're going to round up the week, right, in normal play mode. Okay, let's go over the deck. We have two Dockside Chefs. This is a 1/2 1-drop, tap 2, sack a creature, or sack an artifact or creature, then draw a card. I'm going to be real, it's just in here with... because it's an enchantment creature, right? That's the only reason. We have 4 Generous Visitors. Yup, that it's the card to play in enchantment decks. We have 3 Infernal Grasp, 4 Life of Toshiros, because as we've seen, this card is actually insane. We have 4 Kami of Transience. We have 4 Ranger Class. We have 3 Meathook Massacres, which in a deck like this, honestly, you might be playing this out as X is 0 sometimes in a deck like this. So yeah, we have 3 Tatsunari Toad Riders, and there'd be 4 of these if it wasn't legendary, because it's a pretty spicy card. Whenever you cast an enchantment, you go ahead and you get a frog, a 3/3 frog, where whenever you cast an enchantment spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's pretty good already, but then you can tap 1 and tap a green, and Toad Rider and his frog can't be blocked this turn except by creatures with flying or reach. So this could potentially get through for so much damage. It's actually insane. And I really hope we can see that come into play today. Or Jugan defends the temples. We've seen it in a few of my other builds for Kamigawa so far, and it's just it is the rising star. Like, this is a really powerful card. We have 3 Binding of the Old Gods. Destroy target non-land permanent is always good, right? But you do want, like, to at least utilize the forest in some sense after the card is done, right? Because other words, it's just 4 mana removal, which you know it's not bad because it removes anything. But this deck does utilize that forest quite well. With there's a lot of mana sinks here, guys, right? Like getting Ranger Class up to level 3. Sometimes we have to Meathook for 6 or something ridiculous like that. You never know. And then, of course, the Remnant of the Rising Star has the ability, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay X. When you do, put X +1/+1 counters on that creature. So late game, like, you're doing all this ramp and you top deck a Dockside Chef, and you're like, well, it doesn't look like much now, but you play it out. You buff it up with all that extra mana that you got from Binding or the Monks and everything else in the deck, right? You buff it up, put a bunch of counters on it, and it triggers all of your enchantment abilities too. Generous Visitor, Kami, even the frog from Toad Rider. Like, that's pretty spicy. There's a lot going on here, honestly. And then on the top end, we have a Skeletal Swarming, which is just it's an alright enchantment, but because this is an enchantment-based deck, this is actually really freaking good. So at the beginning of your end step, you create a tapped 1/1 black skeleton creature token. If a creature died this turn, create 2 of those tokens instead, which is pretty cool. Each skeleton you control has trample, attacks each turn if able, and gets +X/+O, where X is the number of skeletons. So if this is left unchecked, this card can just get insane. And I guess something noteworthy too is you could sacrifice a skeleton on your turn if there's a locked down board state to the Dockside Chef, draw a card, and then you get 2 skeletons at the end of that turn. That's something noteworthy, right? So we got 24 lands total, guys, and we got a Hive of the Eye Tyrant, a Lair of the Hydra, and of course the new legendary lands too, and the dual lands. That's the deck, guys. Yeah, there's a lot going on here, but it's a pretty simple deck to play, I would think, honestly. Yeah, let's go hop into some normal play mode and see how it goes. Whoop, right into the first match. That's good. Always good to see. So, are you guys excited for whatever new alchemy cards they drop? I really hope that there's less rares this time. Like, maybe they'll listen to the community feedback and, you know, put some more uncommons at least. Like, I don't think the last alchemy set had any commons, right? That's a keepable hand, guys. That's a really good hand. Like, dang, we have Ranger class next turn. We'll definitely get that third land eventually. But until then, we have plenty of stuff to do here. No, there's the third land. We'll keep them in the dark that there's actually black mana in the deck. So we're going to go right into the Ranger class. Oh wait, they're not in the dark. I played a Pathway. Close enough. Hey, maybe they didn't look at the Pathway. Maybe. I do that sometimes. It's going to be probably Toad Rider next turn. I want to get as much use out of the frog as possible, especially against... Good draw there. Don't mind seeing dual land at this stage in the game. Right, yeah, it's gonna be opponent. I didn't get to do the cool things in the deck. Well, GG, guys. Okay, opponent goes first. What's up with these hands, guys? These are really good. Like, I'm not used to this. Like, once in a while, like 1 out of 5 decks that I make will just have these glorious hands. And I don't understand what makes it different than the other decks that I build. But, like, yeah, these hands have been really, really powerful. Ooh, some vampires. Okay. Maybe some vampires. Okay. Oni Cult Anvil. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And you get that damage through, buddy. Yeah, I want to try to get... Probably... We want to try to get Visitor above some of their removal range, but they might be running some Infernal Grasps as well in a deck like that, so... Yeah, it's going to be Ranger class. I was trying to think if the Infernal Grasp was going to do anything, but I think we're fine. I think we're going to try to outrace them as well. Especially since they're gaining life from the Anvil, and they're probably going to try to gain life from the Anvil every turn. But we'll see. See what they end up doing. Yeah, like the treasure here, they could gain some life from that. But they could also play a 2-drop. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's really good, actually. They get a blood token, and they can actually save the blood token to take out the visitor next turn. But they don't know if the visitor is going to be buffed, so that makes more sense to just gain that life now. Well, Meathook off the top could be absolutely devastating for the opponent. Gotta think about this one, though. Because if we go Jugan now, and we do top deck a Meathook, then it's going to be pretty difficult to warrant actually killing everything. That being said, I think it's still Jugan, and I think we can lock down this board state pretty effectively. I went Wolf there because I don't want too much of a target on the visitor. And this is actually no swings. I want to be able to block that 4-3 with the Wolf. Binding of the Old Gods comes down next turn. Dispute. Treasure. Yeah, this is scary. Like, there's a lot going on here. I would love to Meathook for one at least. We can easily get that monk. I mean, Jugan's going to be able to get that monk above the Meathook range. I'll tell you right now, if we do draw the Meathook... Okay, that's why we kept the wolf open, so we are going to do that. Anyways, yeah, if we do draw the Meathook, then these, I feel like the hands are rigged or something, you know? Because that just seems too good. Okay, Oni Cult, I think you gained them enough life here, and I'm ready to lock down this board state a little bit better. Let's give it to the monk, that's fine. I can't see. Okay, there we go. Okay, easy triple block? Probably not. But I'm gonna save back anyways. You never know. I do like seeing these types of decks though, it's pretty spicy. What's this? What's this? What is this? They're manually tapping for something. Something that I can Infernal Grasp, maybe? Whoa, something I cannot Infernal Grasp. Oh boy. Okay, now we really want to see that Meathook. We want to clear out all these other creatures and then hope they don't top deck one, and then we can Infernal Grasp the Predator when it comes time. Okay, so we get a forest. We are kind of drawing too much land here. With all this ramp that we already have. Yeah, the Immersturm Predator is actually insane. Anything that we target for a -1, they're just going to sacrifice to the Predator, which might allow us to get a swing in. It might be worth it. Start to power up the Rising Star a bit more too. Really tough because the life doesn't seem bad here either. Sorry, opponent, 1 second. Actually gonna go the life. I talked myself into it. We're gonna power up the Ranger class. We have the Infernal Grasp open now with Monk and the Swamp. Good thing I didn't accidentally play the Forest. That would have been 100% possible. That's the problem though. Do we try to target the Immersturm before they attack? So they're forced to tap it down? Probably. Because we are getting low enough. We'll see what they end up sacrificing here. Probably one of the Epicures, right? Because they want their artifacts. Oh, no, they ditch an artifact. I guess it's a token. So that does kind of make sense. We take just a little bit less damage this turn. I just don't know if that's worth it or not, but... See, that's tough, but it taps down their flyer, so Remnant of the Rising Star could potentially do something next turn. Problem is they're at 22, so... They still have something to play. No, they end up conceding. Wait, hold on, opponent. Wait, I thought it was looking pretty good for you, honestly, there. With the Immersturm. I don't know. I mean, we're probably going to power up Ranger class if we drew nothing next turn, and maybe we could have started to see some creatures, start to dish those out, maybe get to that Meathook at some point. I think the Meathook in this matchup was going to be way too valuable. That's why I kept bringing it up, of course. All right, let's hop into the next one. All right, opponent goes first, and this is the first bad hand, mainly because we don't have the black source. The visitor into Kami is not bad at all, but we do want that black source. There's definitely enough, yeah, there's definitely enough that we can't play with this. Okay, so this is better, question mark? Better because we have the mana. And we do have a 2 and a 3 drop, so yeah, it's not too bad. I'm gonna make sure to get the Deathcap Glade down this turn. And then Hive next turn into the Kami. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Enchantments versus enchantments. Well, I'm gonna get greedy with it too. I'm gonna try to get the Toad Rider down next turn. Before we play any enchantments, I'm gonna try to get max benefits from it all. I like their lotus flower over there. Pretty cool. I don't think I see a lot of people with this. Feed my koi fish while we wait too. It's been a while since I fed my koi fish. Oh no. Poor little guy. It must be a really hard decision. There probably is quite a few tough decisions to be made in an enchantment build like that, because they can probably play so much. Forest isn't a bad draw, but man, do we draw a lot of land with this deck for some reason. Like I keep saying, we have enough like ramp overall in the deck that we just don't need to see a whole lot off the top. I doubt there's a trade there, but if there is, we lose a lot of ground. Like, we don't want to lose the Kami because it might be our only way of keeping up with whatever they're able to pump into their creatures. So, oh, Circle takes the Toad. Yep. Ah, Circle's such a good card, but guess what? We have lots of ways to get rid of that Circle if we want to. Not lots of ways, but there's quite a few ways in the deck. We have the legendary green land floating in the deck. And of course we have Binding as well. 3 of those. I think that's everything. There might be another way to get rid of it, but I can't think of it right now. Yeah, we're going to let the 2 go through. Definitely a better block for them, as they know my Kami can start to grow. Another land off the top. Disappointing, to say the least. Might be Ranger class, buff Ranger class, and get a swing. I think that's fine. That's pretty good. They might be keeping their legendary green land open. Get a 2/2. Buff. Don't plan on blocking with it, so we're swinging. Try to get rid of some of that lifelink here. Nice. Okay. Overall, the opponent hasn't done too much. They might be stuck on... They might need a white source. They might need double white for some of their cards. Okay, Weaver of Harmony. Borrowed Time. That is just straight fire. Oh my goodness. I hope we draw some of our removals so we don't end up... I'm going to take this damage instead of trading into the Companion. I don't think that's a good trade. Okay, Jugan. That's not terrible. That's something. That's definitely something. We get a monk. I think we do swing here. It's a little greedy. It is. Like, with their lifelink, it might just be better to hold back for blocks, but I don't know. I don't know. With all their removal, too, the Circle of Confinement into the Borrowed Time. Okay, so they were stuck looking for that second white source for a little bit there, but yeah, they might have been thinking if I hold back, we could play these after the fact, right? So this is 7 damage on the board, swinging on in. They're going to gain 3 back up to 21. You know what? I'm going to go for it, man. No blocks. Let's see if we can top deck a Meathook. No Meathook, but that's a really good draw. Dang, that's a really good draw. Let's go. This is actually insane. Because the Jugan next turn can pump counters onto both of these creatures. Oh my goodness. That's a board state, huh? And let's give it to... If we do get that Meathook, where do we want this? I guess we'll split it up, because we just have to do Meathook for 2 to get rid of these, and then the Naturalist will die too. To get rid of the Weaver, really. So yeah, our 3s would survive. So, enchantment, get a spirit. This is going to be a game of Magic right here, guys. I think, oh, a second Hollowed Haunting. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry for blowing your eardrums out, but that is insane. So that gives them flying, and that's GG, right? Oh, wait. It gives everyone flying. Whoa, wait, hold on. Wait, do I not know what this card does? Dude, GG opponent, first of all, that was insane. View battlefield. As long as you control 7 or more enchantments, creatures you control have flying. Yeah, they didn't even need the second one. They just needed any enchantment. Dang. I completely overlooked this part of the card because 7 is a lot. That's awesome. GG opponent. Okay, opponent goes first, and I believe this is unfortunately a mulligan. Yeah. Yeah, this is a mulligan. Dang. Our first 2 matches, we had really good draws, but... Yep. We gotta go down. Oh, much better. Nice. We keep, and we toss a swamp. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go. Good draw there. Wow. I'll tell you right now, Generous Visitor into Ranger class is so good. Like, every time. It is a 1-2 punch that is just so powerful. Because next turn, if you don't have anything, you just power up the Ranger class, and you still have 2 solid creatures that are doing a lot for you in the future. Okay, Golgari versus Golgari. Okay. Oh, never mind. This is Sultai. Well, we might want to win now. Like right this instant. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, so we have to anticipate Meathooks and stuff like that in a deck like this. So it's gonna go Jugan because at least. Okay, we're gonna go Wolf here too. Mainly because of spot removal, they want to get rid of the Visitor. If they have the Meathook for 3 here, then they have it, right? There was no way to get around that, I don't think, that turn. Yeah, Meathook for 3. Still have the Ranger class, and then in a couple turns, we do get the Jugan, so... Yeah, I mean, when you anticipate it, right? That's just how it is. There might have been a way to get one of these to 4. Yeah, hold on. If I would have done Ranger class last turn, I would have buffed the Ranger. No. Yeah, we only had 3 mana. I don't know if there's a way to get anything above the Meathook range there. We got the Jugan. Alright, we're going to power up the Ranger class. Swing with the Wolf. It becomes a 4/4. See what they got here. They have 2 open. It could easily be an Infernal Grasp. Nice. Down to 12. That's huge. Drop the Lair, the Hydra. Yeah, we're drawing way too much land with the deck, but it is necessary. I don't think you want less than 24. If anything, 23 because of the ramp. The thing with the ramp is it's a 3-drop and a 4-drop. So you still want it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth going less than 24, but we are seeing a lot of land in these matches, so something to consider. Maybe even literally just go down to 23, add that 4th Infernal Grasp, because the Grasp is going to be useful against almost any deck, right? There's always some creature that you need to remove at some point. Okay. I wonder what they're rocking. Just another Meathook, maybe? If they do have another Meathook, they want to play it soon before I start to buff these creatures beyond what they can handle. Yeah, a Meathook for 4 would be absolutely devastating, but they would want to swing with the Cultivator first. Okay. I don't know if I know what you do. The loyalty counters whenever they play land. They get to turn that into a 3/3 elemental creature with haste and menace. Oh, double swing. Yeah, definitely get that 6 in. Till the end of the turn, it's still a land. Okay, that's cool. We're gonna take the damage because they're low. They're low, and we got a lot of damage on the board. So binding. We just don't. Here's the thing: we don't know what's in their hand. It could easily be a Sky Turtle to bounce one of our cards back, which they'd want to bounce the Wolf. The thing here is, Lair the Hydra for 4 does get us there if they don't have anything, and I would kick myself for not trying it. Oops. X equals 4. Oh, it sticks. It sticks, guys. Alright. Well, we don't want to plug the counters into the Wolf, that's for sure. Gotta be something. Fading Hope or Sky Turtle. I'm gonna plug both into the Rising Star. Right, make them all 4/4s. The damage is there, but the opponent has priority here. Gotta be a Sky Turtle, right? They kept those 2 open for a reason. If it is a bounce, they want to bounce the Wolf so I can't just recast it. But then again, the Remnant is flying. Oh, it wasn't a Sky Turtle. It was a, you come to a river. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Nice. Oh, there's the concede, guys. Wait, I don't even know what this does. Ah, let me view the battlefield. Target creature gets +1/+0 until the end of turn and can't be blocked. Okay, okay. Nice. That's a good game, opponent. GG. Okay, opponent goes first again, and unfortunately, this is another bad hand, man. I shouldn't have said anything earlier. That's a mulligan. And no green source. That's a mulligan. Oh, no. At this point, I have to keep the other land, right? I don't even know. I guess not, since we're drawing so much land with the deck. Is Hive better than the Lair? Not with a deck that has so much green to play early on. I think this is fine. Oh, hey, a Snarl. Nice. Oh, maybe we actually sent the Deathcap back. Speaking of snarls, yeah. Uh-oh, Ruin Crab. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Might be a fast match, guys. Okay, they do the Evolving Wilds now, so they might not have a second Ruin Crab. Yeah, slight mistake there. I think getting a 2-drop would have been more beneficial than getting the Generous Visitor down. Yeah, that's definitely... I should have played the Deathcap turn 1, Lair the Hydra turn 2 into Kami. Okie dokies. What do you got for me, opponent? You got a Hideous Laughter already? No. Oh boy. Oh, another Deathcap. I don't mind seeing it now. But no 3-drop. Try for some big swings. Or we could try to get greedy with Kami. Or we could just Infernal Grasp the Ruin Crab. I'm gonna be greedy with it. So really, really slow start here for the deck. They don't know what this is, so they block it anyways. Hey man, you never know. There could be a combat trick sitting in this deck. Could be. Something that gives Death Touch. That would have been so good. The Expressive Iteration. They want to hit their land from this. Hopefully it's not an Evolving Wilds. And they're also looking for their combo with the Hideous Laughter. A Stormcarved Ghost. 1, 2, 3. Jugan is in the grave off the top. That hurts my feelings. Okay, another 8 cards. Down to 32 cards in the deck. Opponent's not going too fast with it, but we're going so slow that I don't know if we can get there. Land off the top would actually be good here. Nice. Again, I'm going to stick with the greed and let them keep their Ruin Crab, which might be the death of me, but we'll see. Going to go Ranger class. And let's go into the Kami of Transience, since it has that trample. Life of Toshiro. And this time round, we're going to give it to... Yeah, you know what? If they have a bounce spell, it would be better to split these up, probably. And we're going to give +2/+2 to the Visitor and get a 9 swing here, and I doubt they block. They especially don't block if they have their combo next turn, where they dual strike the Hideous Laughter, because that's probably a GG. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get the GG ready, guys. Yep. That probably kills us. Oh, couple bindings might save us. Oh, 4 cards. 4 cards. What? Bro. Oh, +2 into the Kami. The Kami of Transience. Thank you, opponent. It gets worse. It gets worse. We're gonna Meathook for 0. Confirm. Everything into the Kami of Transience. And then we're going to Infernal Grasp the Ruin Crab. Full swing. GG. I thought we were dead. I thought we were out of that game. We mulliganed down to 5, guys. Down to 5, and let's check this battlefield out. Look at this. Look at this. The Bindings of the Old Gods and the Skeletal Swarming saved our butt. I'm so used to playing low mana curve aggro decks that I thought for sure that Hideous Laughter was going to kill us. Alrighty, guys, here's the deck list again. 80% total win rate is no joke. That being said, we were in normal play mode, and so it might not do as well in ranked, but I don't, you know, it just doesn't matter, man. Like, we've been having so much fun in normal play mode that this could have had a 20% win rate, and like, it still would have been a good time overall. Our one loss, the opponent really popped off, but right before the opponent popped off, we got some pretty sick plays with like Toad Rider into Jugan and stuff. That was really cool. Overall, Bulgarian chance. This is no joke. There might be something here, and I mean that. I don't always say that, right? So yeah, guys, hey, thank you so much for sticking around the video. If you made it this far in, you guys are champions, and I really, really appreciate you. So thank you. I will see you in the next video.